That is bad. Like, hey guys, welcome back to another video. Okay, welcome back. Welcome back to another video. I'm just trying to ginger myself. I'm just, it's so weird talking to a camera. Like, only you talking to a camera. Like, it's so weird. I don't know if my voice is loud. Is my voice loud? Definitely going to increase the volume of my voice. Hey guys. You get, I have to be here again because I don't know. I just want to kind of like looking at my notes in here because this is hard. Talk about what we're going to be talking about today will be basically setting your business for scalability, things that you should do as young entrepreneurs from the onset of starting your business, or even before you start, or if you've started, you can correct them because it's not too late actually. So we're going to be talking about those things that will make your business grow. Like, basically, we set your business for scalability. First thing that I personally do not like, right, is if for as long as 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, and you, the founder, is still working for your business, like still doing all the major runarounds, no, 6-7 years, you shouldn't be doing that. Because that way you won't be able to scale your business. You won't set your mind for it. Because you will be running around and doing things basically you're supposed to actually working on your business and not for your business. If you're working on your business, then you tend to have the space to think about things you can do that will keep your business growing. And that bigger problem actually is you not knowing the next step for your business. Like you should be able to know the milestones for your business, and you should keep having milestones. Like, you shouldn't have a point where you don't know what you're doing. Like, for the whole freaking 2 years, and you're still doing the same thing, the same product, same business model, like the same thing. Like, I mean, when everybody else is changing and trends are changing, things are changing, and then you're like just there, still doing the same thing, that make your customers lose interest in the product. Because if a competition is doing something more fresh, more new, I mean, everybody likes new things. Like, do you still use the first iPhone that was ever made? No, you don't. You don't use first Macintosh. By the way, Macintosh is Mac, iMac, in case some people don't know, but you don't use the first one. Like, look at how it looks like compared to the latest MacBook. Like, I mean, you get. So, like, you see it in Apple, you see it in Nike, you see it in Google. Like, they keep changing according to what's going on. They keep upgrading. Like, they keep doing these things, making everything fresh. But if you do not do these following steps that I'm about to say before you start your business, or even now, if you've already started, then you won't be able to scale up. Before I go into it, I'm going to be giving the softwares that I use to help me plan and do the following things I'm going to say, and also 2 apps that everybody uses, basically, just to emphasize on the point. So let's talk about things that you should do. Having a good and attractive business name. I'm just going to go straight to the point here. Styles by Tomiwa. That name itself is not scalable. It could work for now, with your peers and your family members and all. But when you start having more customers, I mean, it's not reputable, right? It's not unique. Yeah, because if you type on Instagram now, styles by, you're going to see a million of styles by something. So your IG account is not even standing out. Settle down, think, right, and understand the vision for your business. Understand what exactly you want to achieve, the type of customers you want to attract. And then with that, also understand the product. What exactly are you selling, right? So with that, you'll be able to come up with a name. But I won't lie, it's very difficult. I myself I'm in that situation right now. I've been searching for a name for one of my companies for 2 weeks. 2 weeks, and this is week 3, and I've not still found a name. Is either I find a name or it's already taken, which is something you need to watch out for. Don't choose a name that somebody else already used. Business Plan Pro is a software that you use to basically write your business plan in the way that a business plan is supposed to be written. So like it basically just makes everything easier for you. All you have to do is install the app. It asks you some series of questions. The questions are going to be questions related to the kind of business that you're doing. On this side, you have the tasks that you're supposed to accomplish. So you have them in vision and mission, marketing strategy, sales strategy, you have finance, everything like in their own section. And then at the top of the screen, you see like parts that explains, like gives you an idea of what that section is actually for. So basically guides you what to write in that, what data to input in that section. Then the basic thing about the app is that when you're done, you can export it into a Word file that then you can still edit and make some changes, but it's now in the format. And every business plan starts with a confidentiality agreement, which is already there, like I call it by default. Yes, already there. So when you export, you have charts in it basically. So like all those funny graphs that you see in business plans that look so fancy, yeah, the app does that for you. So like the data you input in spreadsheets in the software basically come up as graphs in your final result. So I love this app so much, and I've been using it, and it has actually made things very easy for me. I want to like pinpoint things that you need to put in mind when you want to plan your business. You need to plan your finance, you need to plan your operations, you need to plan your marketing strategy, your sales strategy. And if you're a manufacturer, you need to know how you're going to manufacture your products, how you're going to get raw materials and all that stuff. Then you also need to know what content you're going to put up on your social media and actually plan it out, because nowadays like social media is now like the big thing. So you need to also plan that out. Like don't just go on social media and just post anything. Like it ain't making sense. Post things that are related to your business. Post things that actually add value to people, that will make people to engage and all that stuff. So you need to actually plan it out. The next thing is to brand your business properly. We don't need logos looking like this. Like, no, this is not scalable. This is not future worthy. This is not growth worthy at all. It's bad. Like, you need to get a graphic designer or a brand specialist, like brand designer, that will design a brand image for you. Don't go and use Canva and do one funny logo or all those. Like, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with those softwares here. They are just softwares for you to start, for you to kick off. But do not remain on it. Like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't. So like, get a graphic designer that will design a proper brand image for your business. And please, if you see anybody that is charging 500 naira for a logo, please run away. They're going to do things like this for you. Like, it's not. I mean, brand design and the war between graphic designers and clients is another thing entirely, and I'm definitely going to talk about it because I myself am a graphic designer. So I've experienced so many things that are really just disgusting, like somebody coming to tell you, is it not just design? Oh, I can do it for myself now, is it not just design? Bro, there is psychology in brand design. There is freaking psychology in brand design. Like, you don't just open the software system, open Corel Draw. Get somebody that is experienced, that has the training. People go to school to study this thing. Honestly, businesses that try today actually have beautiful beautiful, lovely brand images. And brand image is not just logo, my dear. Sorry, but logo is just like 10% of the thing. But everything starts with a logo. Your brand is not even just the design part, because that I usually call it visual identity brand design. There's other things that come with your brand identity, like the way your workers speak to your clients. What words do you usually post often on your social media page? What message do you always convey on your social media page? What kind of people do you attract? Everything goes all together with the brand, and those things is what the graphic designer is going to use to design the visual part of your brand. So basically, they're going to take the non-visual aspect of your brand and make it into things that you can see. Be calm. Just be calm and be patient. Like, every design process does not take the same amount of time, right? If I design for this business today and I design for another business tomorrow, this one can take me 2 weeks, this one can take me more, depending on the business and depending on the gravity of what they want to achieve. Everything is different, it's not the same. The next thing is to separate your business from you. Yeah? You are you, your business is your business. You know why I said that? Now look at it this way. You have an idea, you conceive the idea. What else do you conceive? Person. Then you give birth to the idea, right? Meaning you start the business, you open a shop. That's a child ready to grow, ready to scale, right? And then you start to basically plan the life of that business. That's basically shaping the destiny of that business, right? You give it a name. What other thing do you name? You name people. You give it a name. And then you give it an image. You give it a look. You give it a feel. You give it a brand, like a design, like chicken. And people see this and know that this is what it is. That is a personality. Your business is a personality. Your business is not you. Then the last thing is to set money aside, right, from your profits in preparation for the growth and the scaling of your business. So basically, there's something that I do personally. When I get profits, I take a percentage of it and I call it back to capital. So that money from the profit is going back to the capital. That's initial cost. So basically, if the cost for making a product is 10,000 naira and I made a profit of 5,000 naira, so I get 15,000 naira back. I take 2,500 out of that 5,000 and put it back into the capital. That's now 12,500. By the time I gather all the 2,500 from all the sales I ever make, I can now gather up another 10,000 naira that I can use to now make double sales. So basically, I've grown my business by 50% just by doing that. So that's what I mean by setting money aside from the profits for your business. I actually don't know what it means for all these things because I'm not a finance person, but at least I have the idea and I'm sharing it. So anyway, so that now brings me to these two apps. They're actually phone apps that I use, right? One is a bank, is a all-in-one digital bank. The other is an investment thing. Okay, so the first one is Ruby's. Ruby's Bank is an online bank, right? So their main focus basically is just to make banking easier for people. That's mainly to remove charges, unnecessary charges, and also to allow you make money from banking basically. So they have a lot of features. Like the major features that I like though is independent banker, which I have made money from, and the saving feature. The saving feature is like they just actually added this feature and you're able to create milestones for your savings, and then there's no unnecessary charges. The only charge that they collect is value added tax and basically the transaction charge to other banks, which is just 10 naira. But the major thing that I really love is that the charges is what drains people's mind. Like I was just hearing some time ago that in particular bank, if you receive money, they remove 15 naira from it. Why? Why are they collecting 15 naira from money somebody sent to me? It doesn't make sense. But Ruby is there's no stress with that at all. And it's very easy to open an account. You don't need to go to any physical bank. You can also make deposits into your Ruby's account, with the app Loop. basically click deposit, then it gives you a code. So you go to any bank, and then when you want to deposit the money, you put that code in the deposit slip, and then the cashier will deposit it into your bank. You can also withdraw. They have ATM card too. You order, you request for it, and then it's free. But you have to have 3,000 naira in your account for you to be able to request for it. So basically, they bring it to you within 14 working days. And then you have your card. So I have card for myself and for my business presently. Yeah, so I think I should bring the card. That's that. So the next one I want to talk about is petty save. Petty save is basically, I'm not even going to stress on this one. It's like calorie wise, but you're investing in property, not in stock. So basically, it's more profitable. That's just the simple thing about it. It's more profitable. So yeah, because property always appreciates, but stock fluctuates. You get to that okay, you're getting something better. They also have like investments for farms and all that kind of stuff, so you can actually be a part of the agricultural system by investing in it. Yeah, and then they have like very mad returns, like 40% returns kind of thing. Like crazy, because it is infrastructure and property you're investing in. My links are in the description. Just click on it and magic happens. Yeah, then the last two apps that I said everybody uses and I'm going to talk about is Instagram and WhatsApp. Please open a business account. Use WhatsApp business, Instagram business. Yes, and Facebook too. Open Facebook business account. Please, please, please. Just do it. Even if you don't understand it, just do it. I know that you obviously go back to it and try to understand this. I'm saying this because of the Facebook business, because it's really complicated. But Instagram and WhatsApp is easy to understand. It's not that hard. Just do it. Buy a new phone number for a new SIM card for your business. Open WhatsApp business. Open Instagram account in business. Like select business. They don't go and put personal account, please. And many other things I'm going to explain later on why you should actually have this business account and what you're going to be using it for. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to like and share. I'm cute, aren't I? I deserve it. Okay, but for real, please subscribe, please like, please share, please comment, ask questions, please. Ask questions. Don't just watch this video and just leave. Please ask questions. Thank you. Bye. Bye now.